gave a candid interview at the weekend and revealed that she's previously used Botox to hide her emotions. People really laid into me for having a frozen Botox face, she says, but at the time I was going through an horrendous period when my sister was very ill and I wanted to hide everything. I didn't want people to see that emotional devastation on my face. So, ladies, to what extent have we gone to hide our inner emotions, or are we just open books?
I find it really, really difficult to stop my face from saying what I'm actually thinking. And, you know, sometimes a lot of people come on this show and they're always telling me off. Like, you know, if there's a guest sitting there, I do sometimes have a look on my face which is rather obvious.
That's true.
Do you Paris Hilton look when she was on?
Well, I didn't notice the Paris Hilton look, but Paul Ross kindly pointed it out last week when he was on the show. But, you know, I was sort of inspecting her like that. But I wasn't meaning to be nasty. I mean, most of the time, when you're sitting this close to someone, you get a good sort of view, and you can inspect if there's any, you know, bits going, you know.
The thing is,
like
you don't have an acting skill to actually change your face and thinking, face change, not to look like this face change, because you can tell when you're, because sometimes when you come in and you've got a black face, you think everybody hide because you're in a mood, and you don't. You wear everything out there. You can tell exactly what you're thinking.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, though. You know, if you're in a bad mood, why pretend to be in a good mood all the time? Because that drives you mad, doesn't it? You know, surely if you're in a bad mood, you get it off your chest. You say to people, I'm in a bad mood, don't talk to me, I'll be all right in a minute.
You can't always do that, though.
What if you're making the people around you suffer as a result of it?
Yeah, but you're not.
And unhappy.
When have you ever suffered? Have you suffered? Have you suffered?
Yes, I've suffered.
Don't answer that.
I find it really hard. I must admit, I find it hard. I mean, I wear all my emotions on my sleeve, so if I'm unhappy, I can't help it. I can't just hide anything in that way. I could hide it if I was doing like you were doing, sitting next to somebody going, ooh, dear me, look at her, what's she wearing? I think I might cover that up. But as far as emotions are concerned, I do. I mean, if I'm unhappy, if I have to cry, I cry. You know, there isn't anything I can do about it. That's one of the... I did. But I have to say that I have, in the past, had things like Botox and things that, you know, just because I have been through a time when I actually looked in the mirror and didn't want to see me. I wanted to be somebody else, because, you know, of unhappiness and bad things that happen to you, sometimes you feel like that. And so therefore I did want to hide. I wanted to hide everything about me.
So you understand her shielding her looks with Botox? You understand that mask mentality?
Yes, I feel I can understand if you want to just not look in that mirror and see you anymore, that you hide it with something. I think it's wrong.
Because you're such a good actress, though, Sherrie, your eyes are really expressive, so whatever you would try to change on your face, you really expressive eyes, which I think it's wonderful when people share an emotion with you. I think it's absolutely brilliant if they trust you enough to not be emotionally shut down when you're around. I just, you know, I think it's important sometimes in certain situations to contain your emotions and have some self-control. Definitely, if you're trying to be strong for somebody else, you know, if somebody's breaking down and they need your support, it doesn't do well if you start losing it as well.
Yeah.
But well, do you do that then?
I try. I mean, I'm an open book, and I try and hide what I think and what you know, how I feel. But you know, from Paul, I can't hide anything. My face says it all. And also, my job is to actually, as an actor, to try and relay what I'm thinking through my eyes and my face. So, I wouldn't go to the extreme of actually injecting my face to change so that it was.
So you're expressionless.
Yeah, I'm expressive.
No, you would be.
You would be if you had Botox.
Some people have so much of that stuff done that their face just portrays nothing.
So you could be sad and happy all in one go.
And then maybe jab in the chin, because if I'm trying not to cry and no tears, my face isn't moving, my chin goes. Oh. That little thing, you know, your chin wobbles like that when and everybody knows that you're trying. Yeah. So maybe a little jab in there would sort that out.
Grow a beard.
Grow a beard. Cover it up.
Have a body lift and then you'd have a little beard.
Okay, time for another break. But when we return, star of Terry in June and Ab Fab, June Whitfield, will be joining us. Before that, though, take a look at our guest list for tomorrow's Loose Lunch. Will you pull yourself together? Loose Lunch. Will you pull yourself together?